Hey, welcome back everybody. Casey here with Lions Den Investments and Reviews. In today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Theta. I know I discussed that in my previous video, so if you haven't watched that, just click in the link up here somewhere, and that will take you to the previous video where I was kind of, covering Theta towards the end of the video. With that said, I figured I would go ahead and shoot another video here talking about Theta because this company is growing really quickly, and a lot of news is coming out about Theta, by the day. So just trying to keep up with it is kind of a challenge. But this is their website. So if you go to THETAToken.org, you can check it out. It's basically the next generation of video delivery, and it's decentralized. So basically, what that means is instead of the network being centralized, right, through like a data center for a company, instead of having that, they are decentralized. So think of like back in the day, if you're old enough to remember this, think about like LimeWire, which was your decentralized network to download music. It revolutionized the way we listen to music, right? Napster was another case of that. But basically, what they were doing is they were taking and sharing uh, the processing units within computers. So, like your computer at home, and sharing that processing chip on your computer allowed for faster downloads because you could tap into, say, like 20 or 30 different computers and their processing power, and speed up your downloads way faster than what you could with, say, like DSL. So this is theoretically the same concept, except it's with your video delivery and content delivery networks. Um, so that's basically what happens when you tap into these decentralized networks. Now it's much more secure than any of that stuff in the past. It's new technology. It's never been used before, so it is a first of its kind as well, which is really cool because it's leading the industry in cryptos and the blockchain space. And they actually just got a patent not too long ago from the U.S. Patent Resources Office. Okay, and they were approved by the Patent Resource Office. So if anybody wants to, let's say in the blockchain space, if anybody wants to replicate what these guys are doing, more than likely they're going to have to. I mean, if it's not completely different than what these guys are doing, they're still going to have to at some point go through the patent that Theta has on the technology in order to just get theirs going. So um, it's a it's a good opportunity for Theta right now to be able to collaborate with others. And speaking of collaborations, there's an announcement that just came out a couple days ago, hot off the press here, and it says Theta collaborates with Chainlink to fight online video ad fraud. Okay, so let's go ahead and check that out here. But before we do, I just want to scroll down a little bit further here to show you the rest of the site. There's live network stats right now. So you have basically nodes out there who are confirming transactions like you would have seen with like Ethereum and Bitcoin. And these nodes are, you know, computers. So you have three different types of nodes right now. You have enterprise validator nodes. There's 13 of those. So these are guys with a lot of bandwidth power. Companies like Google, for instance, have joined the enterprise validator node right now. Then there's guardian nodes and edge catcher nodes. Now those are for people with smaller bandwidth sharing power. So just your everyday average Joe with a computer and an internet connection. Okay, so those are people that are confirming transactions as well. These help harden the networks so that they're more secure and it speeds up the uh, the network as a whole. So as you can see down here, enterprise validator nodes. Binance is another one. Blockchain and Gummy, and then you've got your Theta Edge node and your Theta Guardian node. Now what's cool about this though, guys, is it's like mining TFuel. And if you're asking what TFuel is, that is the secondary coin for Theta. So it acts kind of like Ethereum's Ether and Neo's Gas. And in a previous, not in a previous video, but in a video in the future, I want to talk about those two and compare them to TFuel, because in the past, like we had a a Bitcoin bull run, and that was back in 2017. And in case you missed that, all you have to do is go back and look at the prices of, say, like Neo Gas, which is the secondary coin for Neo. Just type in gas on CoinMarketCap, and the other one was Ether for Ethereum. But if you go back and you look at the prices of those two just skyrocketed in price. And right now there's a secondary coin here with Theta that offers just as much value as those two, and I would say probably like at least 4 or 5 times that in value. And you can buy it right now for under a penny. I'm not going to really talk about TFuel too much today because, again, I could shoot a whole nother video on that one. But it's Theta's secondary coin. So without further ado, let's move on here to what I was talking about, which is Theta collaborates with Chainlink. And if you're wondering what that's about, here's an article on it here. Blockchain-enabled video network Theta has partnered with Chainlink to help us push back on video advertising scams, the likes of which often pop up promoting cryptocurrency giveaways. Yeah, there's a lot of scams out there, guys, so be wary of those. If you don't know the person personally, or you don't know of the company personally, and they're asking for your cryptos, don't do it, okay? Just do not do it, because once you send your cryptos or your tokens to somebody else, your assets, your digital assets, once you send those to somebody else, it's game over, okay? There's no getting that back unless, of course, you send it to your own wallet somewhere, and that you can do through other extensions to your browsers, which there's a few out there, so you can go extract your tokens. But if you don't know the person, don't do it. Announced on Friday, the solution to counter scam ads used video performance data from THETA's network to assign a reputation score for each streamer based on their viewership, generated using Google's big data solution, BigQuery. The score is then broadcast onto the Ethereum network using Chainlink's oracles, where advertisers can examine while deciding to whom it gives ads. Okay, so that's huge. If you're using Google's big data solution and BigQuery, that's where like a lot of your search results pop up for different stuff. I don't know exactly how this is working, but they're saying in a press statement emailed to CoinDesk, Theta said using this solution could help advertisers better identify which streams receive more unique human visitors and help filter out fake viewership data generated through the usage of click farms and bots. Theta's video sharing network is built on a model which rewards network participants for transmitting content to other users by using their spare bandwidth and computing resources, like I was discussing, and telling you earlier. Earlier in May, Google announced it had signed on as a network validator for Theta. So that's why they're using the Google solutions. Where was it here? Yeah, that's why they're using Google's big data solution and BigQuery, because Google is a validator node. And also, I'm going to mention, because they're confirming transactions on the THETA network, they're earning TFuel as well. Now, according to the emailed statement, the data transmitted by Chainlink onto the Ethereum blockchain can also be used to automate contractual agreements between advertisers and content providers using smart contracts. So smart contracts are coming on the THETA network. So that's going to be big news as well. Theta also said that the solution is currently live on its testnet, and the network is targeting a public rollout of the end of this year or quarter 2021. So that's what you can expect. Basically, people video streaming are not going to have to worry as much about ad fraud as, compared to what you see sometimes with YouTube, where you'll see like these paid advertisers come out gurus that think they know everything. They'll have a course for you or something, and they're running an ad. Um, Come to find out, it's something that's completely a scam, right? Um, and there's a lot of that out there. I know back in 2017 there was a guy that was running ads just like that on YouTube, and a lot of people ended up getting scammed because of it. So, this is good news. This is good news for the blockchain space, because if we go into another bull run, you're probably going to see less fraud due to something like this, depending on what platform it's on. Hopefully, don't mark my words on that, but that seems to be like the case, and like you know, what problem they're trying to solve with this solution, and partnering up with Chainlink and Google. So that's all I've got for this video. If you guys like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be shooting other content here at a later date. I do want to cover more on THETA and TFuel, but I'll save that for later, sometime probably like next week or the week after. I want to cover another industry sector though as well here shortly. So stay tuned for that, because I feel like it has a lot of potential um, in the moving forward in the future. Okay, and again, it's one of those that I think is an undervalued asset. So with that said, you guys have a great day, and take care.